Most of us have an innate fear of public speaking. We worry we may not be up to it, that we'll freeze, stumble over our words, bore the audience, or make mortifying mistakes. We will learn throughout this book that this fear may never completely subside, but you will learn how to control it, work with it, and use it to your advantage when speaking in front of groups. The title of this book is Speaking with Confidence, but that is not to suggest that speaking is something only the super confident can do. Quite the contrary. Speaking is something everyone can do, whether you feel confident or not to start with. I want you to believe in yourself, because you can do it, and do it well. Step 1. Belief. We all start life speaking confidently, and that undoubtedly includes you. But over time, as we get older and supposedly wiser, we acquire a tendency to feel more apprehensive about public speaking. Our mature, rational brain suppresses the imaginative capabilities of childhood and allows fear and reserve to creep in. We were all at primary school once. Back then, we used to be excited by show and tell, when we could bring in our favourite thing to talk about. We'd stick our hand in the air and wave it about frantically, hoping to catch the teacher's eye, while willing ourselves to be picked. If we were lucky enough to be chosen, we'd rush to the front of the class and proceed to regale and entertain our peers with stories of why the particular item held a special place in our life and why it was so important. Each of us, in our delight to show and tell, was a natural orator, entertaining and engaging an audience eager to hear more. Looking back at these carefree situations, we should ask ourselves, why were we able to do this? What gave us the confidence to stand up and speak without weeks of preparation, stress, and overthinking? Even more pertinently, what kept our audience interested and engaged in our most prized possession? For any would-be speaker, in any situation, the answer to this is the first step in giving yourself the best chance of success. Belief. The person delivering the show and tell is talking about something they believe in, something they care about with genuine passion. They use their own words rather than words read from a prompt or written by someone else. This allows them to bring to life a story that is their story, suffused with their own experience and personality. Case study: Will Butler Adams, Natural Enthusiasm. Will Butler Adams, boss of Brompton Bicycle and Brompton Bike Hire and a well-respected public speaker, is a fan of this sort of approach. He warns not to overly curate your words so that your natural self will shine through. Because if you over-curate, it's like you're reading from a textbook, and it's stilted, and it's not you. So if what you're saying isn't you, then you're probably not going to be relaxed doing it. In this way, enthusiasm is not an act or forced. It's a natural enthusiasm that's intoxicating and outward-facing, which means that the audience, in the grip of your passion, comes along for the ride. They want to be part of the adventure. I appreciate that all of the above can be easily dismissed or ignored. After all, I'm talking about show and tell at primary school, a time when our lives lay ahead of us and we were unburdened by the stark realities of the adult world, and before we worried about being judged by our audience, before we had to consider how the way we act in front of other people might have a massive impact on our career prospects, credibility, and reputation. It's no surprise, therefore, that adults see greater risk in public speaking than our younger selves would have done. However, while I think we should all aspire to keep hold of the enthusiasm for life and adventure we had as children, that's not the main point of conjuring up memories of show and tell. Show and tell is to remember that we all have the belief in ourselves. Sometimes we just need to rediscover it.